If 2026 is the year that you've decided to do something big, pay attention to this video. If that big thing that you have decided to do is learning French, then come to the front of the class. So here are 3 things that I've learned from Duolingo that are more powerful than the French lessons themselves. The first is consequences. Now, if you've ever played or used the Duolingo app, you will appreciate the fact that the strict system that is built into the app is a very simple but effective consequence system as you try to learn your language. And of course, once you start to develop that streak, anytime you get tempted to skip a day, skip a lesson, you remember, or you are reminded, certainly if you set up the notifications, you are reminded that you will lose your streak. So how does this translate to anything else in your life? Instead of using Duolingo to implement the consequences for you, you can create your own consequence system, and that will help you to do something when you don't feel like doing it. The second is the consistency. The consistency of the practice on a daily basis helps you to develop gradually. With that consistency, every single day you're improving a little, and a little. And that is one of the most underrated considerations when thinking about achieving just about any objective in your life. This is transferable to just about any area. That simple act of consistency, showing up every single day or every single week, whatever the level of frequency is for that which you're going after, but showing up on that frequency every single time makes a significant difference in the likelihood of realizing that objective that you're going after. And last but definitely not least is continuity. Now, continuity may seem very similar to consistency, but the continuity is essentially, instead of doing a 10-minute lesson, you continue for half an hour. And that uninterrupted, extended period oftentimes bring greater value. How does that translate to everything else? Establish periods of time when you can focus on something for an extended period of time, and that will give a compound effect in the short term, and of course over time it compounds. The consistency compound over time, but the continuity compounds in the short term. And of course, as we know, one of the most powerful tool is the compound effect. So that being said, that does not mean that Duolingo will take you to level C, but that I'll talk about in another video. Jusqu'à la prochaine fois. À bientôt.